Find a comfortable position and allow your body to settle. Feel the support beneath you. Let your shoulders soften, your jaw relax, your hands rest easily. Take a slow, gentle breath in and release it with a long, easy exhale. Again, breathing in and breathing out. There's nowhere you need to go right now. Nothing you need to figure out. Nothing you need to make happen. For these next few moments, you're simply being invited to listen. To listen beneath the noise of the world, beneath the opinions of others, beneath even the busy voice of your own mind, for the quieter voice within you that already knows. Imagine that you're walking along a path in the early evening. The light is soft and golden, and the path winds gently through a beautiful landscape. You can't see very far ahead. Sometimes the path curves behind trees. Sometimes it dips beyond a hill, and yet, strangely, you don't feel lost. Something within you knows where to go. You come to a place where the path divides. There are no signs, no arrows, no one standing nearby to tell you which way is right. Notice what happens inside you. Maybe part of you immediately begins searching for evidence. Which path is safer? Which one will take me where I want to go? What if I choose incorrectly? And then you remember the message of inner trust. Not every choice can be made through certainty. Sometimes you must listen for something quieter. Place a hand over your heart if that feels comfortable. Take a breath. Instead of asking your mind to solve the problem, ask gently, what do I know before I begin explaining what I know? Maybe there's a feeling, an image, a sensation, a subtle leaning toward one path. Maybe there's nothing you can name at all. Inner trust doesn't always arrive as a clear answer. Sometimes it's simply a soft sense of this way. You choose the path that calls to you, and you begin walking. With every step, notice that you're not being asked to trust the entire journey. You're only being asked to trust the next step, and then the next, and then the next. Soon you arrive at a small stone doorway set into the side of a hill. You open it and discover a staircase spiraling gently downward. You feel very safe here, so you begin to descend. This is the realm of the 8th house, the place of mystery and transformation, of endings and beginnings, of what's been hidden, of what we inherit, of what we release, and of the deep inner treasures that can only be discovered when we're willing to enter beneath the surface. At the bottom of the stairs is a beautiful room. This is an artist's studio, but it's not like any studio you've ever seen. There are paints and brushes, clay and fabric, paper and pencils, musical instruments, unfinished sculptures, colors you've never even seen before. And scattered throughout the room are things that once seemed useless, broken pieces, discarded objects, old letters, fragments, things that have been buried or forgotten. Yet here, nothing is wasted. everything can become part of the art. This is the gift of the artist in the 8th house. The artist can enter the hidden places and return carrying something beautiful. She can take what has always been broken and create something new. She can take grief, mystery, memory, longing, and even the parts of life that never made sense, and transform them, not by pretending they were something else, but by allowing them to become part of a larger creation. Look around the studio. Something here belongs to you. Maybe you see a color, an object, a symbol, a piece of clay, a blank page. Allow yourself to be drawn toward it. Pick it up. Notice how it feels in your hands, and ask, what within me is ready to become something new? You don't need to force an answer. The artist within you knows how to work with mystery. She doesn't demand that the finished creation reveal itself before she begins. She trusts the first brushstroke, the first word, the first note, the first mark on the page. Imagine making one small creative gesture, and as you do, something begins to move. A tiny spiral of light appears. At first, it's barely visible. It circles gently around what you've created. Once, twice, again, growing slightly larger with every turn. You recognize the energy of spirals of manifestation. Creation rarely moves in a straight line. Life rarely moves in a straight line. We circle around our dreams. We return to ideas. We revisit old places with new understanding. Sometimes we think we've returned to where we began, but we haven't. We're meeting the same place from another level of the spiral. Maybe something you once wanted has returned to you. Maybe an idea keeps coming back. Maybe a longing you thought you'd outgrown continues to whisper. Maybe you've wondered, why am I here again? But the spiral says, you're not back where you started. You've lived, you've learned, you've changed. You're meeting this moment as the person you have become. Watch the spiral of light expand. As it rises, allow yourself to think of something you would like to bring into being. Not necessarily something enormous. It might be a creative project, a relationship, a new way of living, a quality within yourself, a contribution you want to make, or simply a feeling you would like to experience more often. See your desire resting gently at the center of the spiral. You don't have to know exactly how it'll manifest. You are participating in its becoming. Each choice adds something. Each action adds something. Each time you listen inwardly and respond, another turn of the spiral is formed. Now the spiral begins carrying you upward. You rise gently out of the underground studio, through the doorway, and back into the evening air. But the landscape has changed. Night has fallen. Above you is an enormous sky filled with stars. Ahead, you see a warm light glowing from a little house. You walk toward it. Inside is a room filled with books, thousands of them, stories written across generations, Stories of love and loss, courage and fear, mistakes and discoveries, departures and homecomings. At a wooden desk sits the storyteller. This is the storyteller of the third house, the realm of words, ideas, communication, curiosity, and the ways we give meaning to our everyday lives. The storyteller looks at you kindly and gestures toward an empty chair. On the desk between you is a blank book. The storyteller asks, "What story are you telling about your life?" Notice what arises. Maybe there are stories you repeated so often that they've begun to feel like facts. This is just who I am. It's too late. I always do this. Nothing ever changes. I'm not creative. I don't know what I'm doing. Other people know better than I do. Notice these stories without judging them. They might once have helped you understand your world, but a story is not necessarily a destiny. The storyteller opens the blank book. The first page contains only these words: "The story is still being written." Take that in. Your story is still being written. There are chapters you could not have imagined when you were younger. There are understandings available to you now that were impossible before. There might be parts of your story that you're finally ready to understand differently. The storyteller hands you a pen and asks, "If you trusted yourself, what story would you begin telling now?" Maybe it could be, "I'm learning to listen to myself. My creativity knows where it wants to go. What I've lived through can become wisdom. I'm allowed to change. I don't have to know the ending before I begin. My voice matters. Something new is taking shape through me." Choose the words that feel true to you, not words you're trying to convince yourself to believe. Words that contain a seed of truth you can already feel. Imagine writing them in the book. As you write, the words begin to glow, and from the page rises that familiar spiral of light. It circles around you, carrying your words outward. Your inner knowing has become expression. Your expression has become movement, and movement has begun manifestation. This is how these energies work together. Inner trust whispers, "Listen within." The artist in the 8th house says, "Bring what is hidden into form." Spirals of manifestation remind you to allow creation to unfold in its own mysterious rhythm. And the storyteller in the 3rd house says, "Give it language. Tell the story that helps it live." You don't have to force your life into existence. You're already in relationship with its unfolding. Listen. Create. Speak. Take one step and then listen again. Before leaving the little house, the storyteller gives you the blank book. You carry it outside. The night air is gentle. The stars are bright. And once again, you find yourself standing on the winding path. You still can't see all the way to the end, but now that doesn't seem quite so important. Place your hand over your heart once more and quietly say to yourself, I trust the wisdom growing within me. I trust what is ready to emerge. I allow what's been hidden to become creative possibility. I honor the spiraling path of becoming. I choose the stories that give life to what is true. I don't need to know the ending to take the next step. Take a slow breath in and release it. Feel the support beneath your body again. Notice the room around you. Notice the sounds nearby. Gently move your fingers and your toes. And before opening your eyes, ask yourself one final question. What's the next small expression of what I already know? Don't search too hard for the answer. Let it come when it comes, because maybe the deepest message of these cards is that manifestation doesn't begin when everything becomes clear. It begins in that quiet moment when something within you whispers, this matters. This wants to live. This is mine to express. And you trust yourself enough to begin. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and carry that trust with you.